Welcome back, another episode. Tell Me Lies' second season may be the chance for Lucy Albright to find atonement and win our support. Lucy is now following her head rather than her heart, and we love that about her, even though it's too soon to judge the direction of her character. And I can see right through myself. The third episode, Lucy handled Steven's usual immature actions with assertiveness. He found a sick joy in making her feel inferior, and he wanted her to be fascinated with him once more. Bree could not get enough of her professor and was completely enamored with him. It wouldn't be shocking if she burns herself while tinkering with fire. Pippa found it difficult to acknowledge that Chris had mistreated her. When Lucy's professor presented Steven as the new Ta, she became enraged. Lucy understood what Steven was capable of, even if he insisted it was all a coincidence. She avoided him since she was able to see through his facade. Because the guys Lucy fell in love with never ended well, she questioned whether she was the root of the issue. Steven, meantime, discovered Lucy's ID in Diana's purse. His insecurity led him to question Diana. He feared that everything would be lost if Lucy told Diana his secret. In an attempt to show Steven how devoted she was, Diana made up a tale about Lucy verbally abusing her. She added that she felt awful for Lucy since it appeared that she had not moved on from her relationship with Steven, which was the reason Lucy had picked up her ID when she dropped it. Steven kept the ID and went back to Lucy's dorm to give it back. Against her will, he went into Lucy's room and insisted that she tell him more about her chat with Diana. When Lucy told Steven that she no longer cared about him, he was determined to show her wrong. All Lucy wanted was for him to leave her alone. Lucy knew that she needed to find a way to keep Steven away from her since he still had the ability to destroy her. She made the decision to tell Diana Steven's secret. She went to Diana's chamber and informed her that Steven had contributed to Macy's demise, but Diana remained silent. She didn't think Lucy was telling the truth. Instead, she had persuaded herself that Lucy was making this up to get away from Steven. Lucy was welcomed back into Leo's life, and he vowed to treat her with respect. Leo might just be another mistake waiting to happen for Lucy, given his violent and angry past. Rather than confronting Steven, Diana ended up making love to him at the end of Tell Me Lies Season 2, Episode 3. It dawned on her then that she looked just like her mother. Regardless of his transgressions, her mother could not picture her life without Steven, just as she could not envision her father's absence. Does Bree accept her professor's terms? Oliver advised they take things slow after they made out in his office. While she waited for his text, Bree struggled to decide whether or not to tell her friends about her secret. Oliver requested Bree to meet him at the pub, and she smiled right away. Though lust drove them both, Oliver wanted to be certain that Bree was ready for sex before engaging in it. He made it clear that this was only an affair and that he loved his wife and had no plans to leave her. That night, Chris had every intention of abusing her. Diana was the only one who saved her. Pippa had always presented herself as tough, and she was afraid of looking weak after the incident. She would always change the topic when Lucy tried to talk to her about it. She didn't want to be consoled, or she was too uncomfortable talking about it. Pippa will need a lot more time to come to terms with the fact that she was the victim of sexual abuse. For more videos, subscribe.